In this episode, Mikhail Kutuzov, a fearless Cold War veteran. After the Soviet Union, together with its allies, defeated Germany and Japan, it focused all its efforts on reconstructing the country. The respite was short, however, due to the looming Cold War. Given the economic situation of the post-war period, the first 10-year shipbuilding program in the Soviet Union focused on light cruisers. This new generation of warships was expected to combine the fighting experience gained during the recent war and the Soviets' post-war achievements in science and technology.
The Soviet Union started developing new cruisers in 1937. Long before World War II, the design was called Project 68. With the outbreak of World War II, it was put aside, which meant the project's flaws did not become apparent until the end of the war. It was later succeeded by Project 68K. And then in 1947, technical requirements were formulated for the next project, 68 bis.
Project 68 bis cruisers were designed to cover attacks from fellow destroyers and torpedo boats, protect battleships and heavy cruisers against enemy destroyers, fire at shore targets, and conduct independent operations in enemy territory if necessary. This was the most common class of cruisers in the history of Soviet shipbuilding. 14 Project 68 bis warships were commissioned in total. One of the cruisers was named after the legendary military leader Mikhail Kutuzov, Commander-in-Chief of the Russian Army in the Patriotic War of 1812 against Napoleon.
Cruiser Mikhail Kutuzov was laid down in February 1951 at the Nikolaevsky shipyard and launched in December 1953. Flying the red hammer and sickle flag of the Soviet Union, she first underwent dock trials and then sea trials. After the ship had accomplished all special assignments, she was commissioned and joined the Black Sea Fleet. August 9, 1954 is considered to be the ship's birthday.
Length 689 feet, beam 72 feet. Total displacement 18,360 tons. Draft 26 feet. Armor. Belt 2 to 4.7 inches. Conning tower 5.1 inches. Deck 2 inches. Primary armament 4 turrets with 3 times Mk 5 bis guns. Caliber 6 inches. Dual-purpose artillery, 6 turrets with 2 times SM5 1S guns, caliber 3.9 inches, 16 times 1.4 inch twin anti-aircraft V11 machine guns, rate of fire 160 to 180 rounds per minute, 8 times 1.2 inch twin anti-aircraft AK-230 machine guns, rate of fire 1,000 rounds per minute. Crew 1,270. Steam turbine plant, 2 turbo gear units. Power 125,000 bhp. Maximal speed 32 knots. Range 5,220 nautical miles at 18 knots. Primary armament turrets were mounted fore and aft. Each turret was operated by a crew of between 48 and 62 people. The turrets could provide accurate fire at a range of up to 17 miles, with armor-piercing shells, semi-armor-piercing shells, high-explosive shells, and time-fuse grenades.
A time-fuse grenade was a special shell used against air targets. It was fired by the primary armament guns. Time-fused grenades destroyed objects with their sheer weight, as well as splinters that dispersed after the explosion. The burst area formed an ellipsoid of 1,312 feet by 656 feet. This is how time-fused grenades worked.